Am I live? It says we're live. And we are live. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, social media socialites? Yes, the title of the video says major problems with the restaurant. And I am live right here at the restaurant on the Malecon. As y'all can see, we got some construction going on. Just finished having some lunch. As you guys see, in the middle of construction. See the guys in the background. And yes, I have to talk about all of the major problems. All the major problems that we're facing with the restaurant. So tell a friend, tell a hater, tell everybody to come so that we can talk about it. And I'm gonna puff on one of these beautiful, look at this beautiful barber pole, delicious Hennessy infused cigars that you will be able to purchase here, only here at Atlanta Lights. So let me know if you guys can hear me okay and how the sound is. Tell us, let me know how the sound goes. Tell me, let me know how the sound is. And we're just gonna talk, and I'm gonna be open and transparent and talk truth to power about all the major problems that we have here at the restaurant and do somewhat of a Q&A. So if you guys are watching for the first time and you don't know who I am, my name is E.DeanCole, and I own E.DeanCole Coaching, which is a consulting firm, and we specialize in working capital, alternative finance, business credit development. I'm also a business coach, a life coach, and now I can say a restaurateur and cigar brand owner. So much is going on. I'm here in the beautiful Dominican Republic. I should be able to turn the camera around so you guys can see. Here in the beautiful Dominican Republic. Can I zoom in? Yes. Here in the beautiful Dominican Republic, as you guys could see, the ocean. So I'm letting everybody get in so you guys can see the ocean from the top balcony of the restaurant.
Volume is good.
Volume is good? Okay, cool. I got my assistant and my number 2 in charge here, and we just decided to talk. And okay, you guys can turn it off now because I can hear it. So we just decided to talk, and I'm gonna talk about everything that's been going on for the past month, because it's been a month since I told you guys what's been going on. We had a lot going on in a month. Has it been a month? It's been just a month. Yeah. It feels like it's been 4. Yeah. You guys have been asking me tons and tons of questions. So this is an opportunity for me to answer some of your questions, and I'm going to use this audio or use this video when I make my vlog. So a lot of the stuff you guys see, like when you guys see me talk about the roofer and me getting ready to fight, and y'all and y'all see me talking about being a mafioso, and you guys see certain things that I'm a reference in this, come back and watch the vlog of it, because when you watch the vlog of it, then you'll be able to see some of the action and some of the B-roll and everything that I'm talking about. So listen to me. So make sure everybody hit that like button, hit that share button right now. We have, and it's lunchtime too, and this is an impromptu thing. I'm actually headed to Santiago. What's going on? T Jack is in the building. I'm actually going to Santiago in a little bit. So I wanted to do this before we went to Santiago, because we actually have to stop at the cigar factory, and somebody got to catch a flight. So we got a lot of stuff that we got going on. We got a lot of stuff we got going on. Brother, can I see the,
yeah.
Yours? I just need it for the punch.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do.
There we go. Punch. There we go. So you only light the other one up. Oh, we didn't get a cigar. Carlos, where's your sauce? Carlos,
I'm just waiting for you to tell me.
I know, right?
I just hear.
You just sitting here. We didn't have yours. So we're picking up Hennessy. We're picking up rum.
Yeah, the vanilla one I love.
Cognac.
You love the vanilla one? Oh man, we didn't have
the one
them.
that you gave me.
Yeah, the one that you gave. You love that one. That one's gonna be a number 1 seller. Listen to me.
For the ladies.
Yeah, do you like Hennessy?
I do.
You do? I know you like rum. You like Hennessy White? Okay.
I used to.
Dominicans like the Hennessy White? Well, you know, not all of them. Not can afford it. Okay, I got you. So, if you're watching this video and you're like, hurry up and get to the point. Shut up. The entire video was the point. This is a live stream. You guys can hear Club Miami is open downstairs.
Yeah.
Listen to me. So they jumping. So we gonna have music jumping here the whole time when y'all out here eating your lemon pepper wings, eating your chicken burgers, eating on your crab legs with the juice dripping off your fingers, puffing on some custom infused, delicate, hand-rolled cigars, sipping on your drinks. You know what I'm saying? Having a good time. We're always gonna have good music. So we have DJs downstairs that are gonna provide us with good music, whether we have it on our 7 TVs or we have it with the DJ. That's how it's gonna be. But this is live, so we're talking about all the major problems that we have with the restaurant. So the first thing is this. Today is, what's today?
Thursday.
The date.
22nd?
The 22nd. Okay, we're not going to be open for Halloween. I know a lot of you guys is like, Dean, I want y'all to be open for Halloween. Listen, we are not going to be open for Halloween. I'm going to tell you that right now off the bat. And I'm going to tell you why, because of all the major problems that we have. And so, first off this, I guess, because this is my first time really addressing, I can address a lot of the things that I read in the comment section. I can answer some of your questions. So a lot of your questions, most of your questions that you have at the end, I want to save a lot of you guys' questions for the end. So I'm gonna answer all of your questions mostly at the end. But I think in the announcement video, the first question I think kept coming up over and over and over again was, Dean, have you ever ran a restaurant before? What you know about owning a restaurant? You're gonna fail. You're gonna fail.
They don't know my field.
They don't know my field, so they don't know. It's okay. You're gonna fail. What you know about Dominican people? What you know about Dominican culture? So the first thing is this. No. I have never owned a restaurant before. However, it's been a long dream of mine and my grandmother and my father and my grandmother's mother. So I'm able to make it come into fruition through our family lineage. So this is one of many, because I'm gonna tell you, I ain't gonna lie to you, make it sound fly to you. It's addictive. You see how these people be having multiple restaurants and they be restaurateurs when they like 30 and 40. When you get the money for it, I can understand why. Because it's fun, it's addictive. So that's the very first thing. So to answer the first person's question is like, have you ever ran a restaurant before? No, I have not. But I have run a business before, multiple businesses, very successful, and marketing businesses, very successful. So a product as a second, listen, y'all got somebody in family right now that you know they can fry chicken better than KFC. You have somebody in your family right now you know that can make the best ribs. You got an uncle right now that got all that ash on the back of his ankle. At every barbecue, you know he put on those slippers or those Jesus sandals that's too short, and he can make the best barbecue you ever had. But nobody knows about it because of marketing and business. So I'm going to marry my marketing, my business with my restaurant style, my recipes, as well as other people's recipes so that they'll be able to get the success that they need. Basically, that's what it boils down to. You think what I'm saying? That's basically what it boils down to. So that being said, I just saw that. What was that? Was that you just texted me that, right? I don't know. Somebody texted me at the same time. I think it said brother-in-law. That wasn't you? Okay. Maybe it was the cigar, because the other guy named Carlos too.
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was. The other Carlos. Yeah, I need to change to the Kiko. Yeah. So that being said, the very first thing is this: it doesn't matter how great a product is if nobody knows about it. And so the purpose what gives me the confidence to go after this dream of mine is the fact that I know marketing, I know people, I know what God has told me to do, and I'm just gonna market it, and I believe that it's gonna take off and be successful. So that's that. The second thing is, I actually got a lot of hate and criticism because we're gonna have real deal Atlanta style crab legs here, right? Because this is Atlanta Lights. And so I was actually talking to some other restaurateurs, and I was asking about the connect for the crab legs, and I got ridiculed. They like tried to tear me a new one. They was like, "You're supposed to be some successful business coach. You're supposed to be some successful multimillionaire, and you're asking this dumb question about crab legs." And I said to them, "This is something that's new for me. I don't know about getting Alaskan king crab leg, not king crab legs, but Alaskan snow crab legs in a hot climate. What is that? What does being proficient in one area have to do with something else?" Let me teach you guys something. A brain surgeon knows how to do brain surgery, but has no idea on how to do liposuction. Somebody that is a doctor that knows how to do amputations does not know how to do heart surgery. Just because you are proficient in one thing and you are professional in another thing does not mean that you're automatically proficient and professional in all other things. And that's a mistake that most people make in entrepreneurship. They assume that because they are proficient in one area that they're proficient in all areas, and that's not the case. That's the reason why business coaches and life coaches are important, because you have to get somebody that specializes in your specific area and your specific niche. And so what I did was, with the same advice that I tell all of you guys, every coach needs a coach. So I reached out to get some advice on coaches and whatnot, on how to be successful, how to grow in this particular space and in this particular niche. So that being said, I want to talk about all the problems that we're facing. I think the very first problem that we're facing has been having consistent good talent in the Dominican Republic. I've had to fire my personal assistant 3 times. I'm on my 3rd one. Now I got Carlos with me. He ain't going nowhere. Hey, listen, I ain't gonna let him go nowhere. I ain't gonna let him go nowhere. He's almost quote unquote family. Almost family. It's very close to being family. That's a whole nother story, a whole nother vlog. Yeah. But that being said, one of the big major problems is my first assistant. So if you guys watched the first vlog, the young lady that you guys saw at the call center and the young lady that you saw in the background of me working in the office, she decided to go a different direction because another opportunity was better for her, that fit her schedule better, that was better for her family. And that really bothered me because she didn't give me no notice, no nothing. Now, she did this in the middle of the roof being completely gone. So the roofers that she hired, when we when we got this place, the first thing that we did was we started construction. So a lot of people, they saw the videos and they was like, "Oh man, Dean, you got a turnkey restaurant off the jump. That's dope. You don't have to do nothing." No, that's not true. There was so much mildew in the walls. We had to tear out the walls because there was water issues and the roof was leaking bad. So we actually had to raise the roof and pitch the roof. So the roof was flat originally, right? And so we had to raise the roof and pitch the roof. So in this beautiful tropical area, beautiful tropical climate, we went 2 weeks without a roof over the restaurant. And so thank God it's a beautiful sunny day outside today. Look at how beautiful and sunny it is outside right now. It's a beautiful, gorgeous, sunny day outside today. Right now it's beautiful and gorgeous and sunny. What's up, Mr. Lewis? Evol Lewin is in the building. What's going on, Evol? But there were some times, and when you watch this on the replay, I'm gonna show you guys when the skies opened up and it rained like cats and dogs. And one thing about being here in the tropics, when it rains, a lot of times it rains. It rains heavy. And we're in rainy season too, right? Rainy season starts in the wintertime here, which is technically in November. Yeah, so we technically just got the roof on right in the nick of time, because right when we finished the roof is when more rain came. And I mean, it was like a monsoons of rain. It was just like, and I was like, oh my gosh, like the furniture, like the kitchen, because the whole roof was wide open for like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Now, why was the roof wide open for 3 weeks? Because I was about to go to jail. I was going to go to jail.
Tell them the word that we learned for roof.
Techo.
Yeah. We learned
If I didn't learn nothing new,
that's a new Spanish word.
The Spanish word is techo and aluzine.
Yes,
aluzine and techo. So let me warn you guys. Now this is a warning for all gringos wanting to do business here in the Dominican Republic. I'm not gonna lie to you, make it sound fly to you. I'm gonna get to you all the way straight. If you get offended, good. You need to get offended. If you're doing this to gringos, you need to be offended. Everybody knows about the real price, the retail price, and the gringo price. And when I tell you, everything is always double. Everything is double. Everything is always double. The price that they give you is always going to be double. And I actually had my first assistant. She had to calm me down. She had to tell me, she said, Dean, that's just the Dominican way. Because I was so insulted. And I was like, why would they try me like that? Like, why would they? She said, Dean, that's just the Dominican way. They try to get everything they can. Not all Dominicans, but a lot of Dominicans. They try to get as much as they can, and it's very difficult to find a Dominican that can understand the power of a business working relationship. So let's do a temperature check right now. If you're watching me, and if you've traveled to the Dominican Republic, if you have dealt with Dominicans, and I have a Dominican right here to the right of me, if you agree that whether it's a Dominican man or a Dominican woman, or if it's a Dominican cab driver or somebody at the resort, they double or they try to get more money than normal. If that's true, I want you to say it's true. If you think I'm lying, I want you to say you lying. Let's look at the comments. We got over 100 some odd people watching in the middle of the day. I appreciate that. So let's see. If it's true, I want you to say it's true. If I'm lying, I want you to say I'm lying. Now, my Dominican translator and my assistant, is that true?
That's true. This is true.
Why is it? Come a little closer. You ain't got to get on screen if you don't want to, but come a little closer and you can talk sideways. Is that true or not?
And Dominican, and unfortunately, it's true.
It's
totally true.
Unfortunately, it's true. So that being said, right?
It's true. And here's our brother that's
my
here.
brother's right here.
I've been a victim of that double standard.
It's true.
Yes,
so many
it's
times,
true.
right? It's true.
Yeah.
Right? So now, that being said, in negotiations, now we're negotiating the roof. We're negotiating the techo, right?
Yeah.
The roof is gone. They have taken it all down. And they hit me in the middle of construction with the gringo. Oh, it's going to cost another blah, 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 which was the exact same amount that they originally quoted me. And so that's when I was about to go to jail. And I was like, oh, so you mean to tell me you're going to wait till we in the middle of rainy season, I don't have no roof on my restaurant, and you're going to try to stick me up for another such and such and such and such? I said, you got me bent. I was going to go to jail. I was going to go to jail until I had to renegotiate, had to realize, talk to some other mentors in the game that own resorts on the other side of town that had to help me to understand that you have to, it's negotiation. So I didn't go to jail, fortunately. Thank God I did go to jail. And this was before Carlos was on the team. But what I did do was we went back to the drawing board and I cut the price down to half of what they said they needed. And the problem is this, the reason why they quote unquote needed half of what they said they wanted was because they lined me up to pay for another job.
Yeah.
Straight up and down,
Yeah.
no ifs, ands, or buts. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, we figured this out, and they thought that, oh, this is just some dumb gringo. But no. Whether you're mafioso, that's a word. They've been calling me that ever since I moved here. They've been calling me that. The girls been calling me that. The guys been. If they don't call me mafioso, they call me Big Papi, because I look like Papi Ortiz with the beard. Yeah, and so a mafioso. I think I'm gonna get that tattoo right here on my chest with like maybe
mafioso.
Mafioso.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna get maybe a fleur de lis on each side or maybe a star, and I'm just gonna get mafioso. I don't know. But so basically, mafioso means that you don't play up when it comes to money. You are conniving when it comes to business dealings. And it's like you're just about your money. So they found out that I'm naturally born a mafioso. It's just like, it just is what it is. And so, and also because I speak a lot more Spanish than I let on. I speak a lot more Spanish. Is that?
That's true.
Yep. You're surprised sometimes when I speak Spanish. Listen, I had to put a contractor in place because he was talking to him crazy, and I did the whole thing in Spanish. He was like, "Well, why do you need him here if you can speak Spanish?" Because I need him here when I can't think straight, and I don't know. I'm not fluent 100%, and it's good for you to think that I don't speak Spanish. But so,
you understand very well.
But yeah,
And you know a lot of Dominican words.
yeah,
Malas palabras.
Malas palabras. Malas palabras es muy importante para negocio aquí en Estados Unidos, en República Dominicana. Malas palabras is bad words. That's what you need. These are street terms, palabras de calle, street words that are very important when it comes to understanding and negotiation. So, let's fast forward. So, in the middle of figuring out, they tried to just straight up okay, we're gonna have this gringo pay for this roof and take it to another job. And I was like, nope. We got our security to lock that down. I was like, no, don't let nobody in and don't let nobody out. And another thing too, I love every last one of my YouTube subscribers. I do. Every last Instagram follower, I love you so much. If you're in my travel community, you are my brother from another mother. I love you so much. At the same time, so y'all gotta stop trying to come up here.
Yeah, please wait.
In the middle of construction, wanting to say hey, wanting to say hi. But like, oh, Dean, I was up there and I just want to see. Y'all gotta stop that. Cause you gonna get shot in the leg. It won't be a fatal wound, but we really do construction. And my security is really like, no, they're not letting nobody, no huevos, no games. They're not letting people come up here because of one. Unfortunately, there was some static and some drama when I first acquired the restaurant. It was suggested to me that I have security around me because I didn't want to come off even more of a target. And so and this is the thing: when people see me online, they think I'm a target, but when they see me in person, they're like, oh. Never mind, you know. It's like they don't realize you know what I'm saying. Like I look, cause you just see me from this amount of angle, but in real life, most of the time, the reason why my security is around isn't for me, it's to protect you guys. Ven aquí, está bien, no problema.
Ven acá.
Okay, it's no problema. No, it's no problema. Tranquilo, todo bien. Sí. Okay, I saw that super chat. I'm SBK Lifestyle is in the building. What's going on? You guys go follow SBK Lifestyle. SBK Lifestyle is a great travel YouTuber, entrepreneur. He is about his business and he's about health. So to go forward with the story, right? So, that being said, we already had security here because it was told, you know, people think, okay, well then, you know, you making the room shake a lot. You making this side of the island shake a whole lot. You need some security around you. And my brother said the same thing. My brother's like, it was like, bro, you really need to have security around you. The way you move and the way you shaking. And I'm like, nah, I'm a big old nigga. I don't need nobody around.
Both of us
are huge, but still, you know what I'm saying? He was like, my brother was like, you know, you need to have it. So I said, you know what? Let me listen to reason and let me get some security around me, right? So, which I'm glad we did because it stopped them from trying to take the still in the roof that they had lined me up for. Security had called and was like, hold on, no. Like, what y'all doing? Y'all taking them from the site. So we stopped it and ended up selling it for a profit, but they thought they had, you know what I'm saying? They thought they was gonna catch me slipping. So that's the second major issue. First major issue was my assistant up and leaving in the middle of construction. Second major issue was them trying to hold us up for construction, trying to line us up, but it taught me a lesson. So this is one of the things that it taught me here. Oh well, my phone about to die. My phone about to die, but
you need to charge it.
Yeah, I do, but we got the extension cord for the pressure washer, don't we?
Yeah.
Okay.
They can bring it.
I think the bottom. Do I have the bottom part for the?
What is that then?
But David has his. Remember, he has
So I
his.
got mine too.
So,
Yeah, if you could charge me up, and then charge it up right now.
All right.
So this is one of the things I want to encourage you guys. So if you're wanting to, I just lifted up. You got it. So if you guys are wanting to do construction here in the Dominican Republic, this is a lesson that I learned and that I stick to very close to my chest right now. Is they try to, not they, a lot of Dominicans, not all, but most of the time, if you're negotiating something, negotiate off-site. Because we'll say one price over the phone. And this is one of the reasons why I have my Dominican assistant with his Dominican number who speaks Spanish fluently, and he will negotiate and they will give him one price, but then come here and see how grandiose the project is, and they're hitting with the entonces, and they try to go up on the price for no reason. Like they'll say stuff like, oh, well, I have to come upstairs, so it's gonna cost more, or normally I work at night, and because I work at night, it's gonna cost more, or it's gonna cost more because, you know, you need this type of material, and this type of material is better just because. Just try. They just try. You're closer to the sea. Just try for no reason. Just try for foolish sakes. They got that Duty Jean Jean. Okay, that Duty Jean Jean and Pollo. Yeah. So yeah, it's charging. It's charging. We Gucci. I think it's charging. Hold on, let me see if it's charging. Yeah, I think it's charging. If it's charging, it's charging. If not, y'all gonna see me go. So we got 150 people watching live right now. We only got 38 thumbs up. Do we really have 100 haters in the building? All 100 of you guys hit that like button right now and hit the like button and share this, okay? Now, I'm kind of all over the place because this is live. Like I said, for a more edited version, come back where you can see the B-roll. You can see, you know, a lot of this stuff that I'm talking about. You'll be able to see it in the vlog version, but I just wanted to kind of go live to touch base with you guys, just to talk about some of the difficulties that we've been facing and where we are. So, that being said, because one of the things that I've learned here, one of the best things to do when it comes to negotiating whether you're going to build a house or whether you're going to do any type of construction whatsoever, they ask for a deposit. Do not, I repeat, do not under any circumstances, under any equivocations, pay a deposit.
No.
Well, you're new. I don't care.
It's a lie.
That's a lie. We're talking about when you own the property, when you own the project, whether it's a restaurant, whether it's a clothing store, whether it's a house, whether it's a car that somebody's working on. If you own the asset, if you have possession of the property, do not pay deposits. Now, if you're renting a place or you're buying a place and they're doing some owner financing, of course you have to pay a deposit. But we're talking about actually getting work done. So, moving on from this is the lesson that I learned through the techo, right? So, because of this, I went through 4 electricians, okay? 4 electricians, because once I learned that you don't pay the deposit up front, what you do is you pay weekly for the work that's done. And you buy all of the supplies.
Yes.
Because what they'll say is, oh, well, I need this amount for the supplies. But not all, but some of the contractors, even in the United States, will pad the amount. Like, say if something costs 1,000 pesos, they might say it's 1,500 pesos. But if you're buying 10 and 20 of those add up. They might say, oh, something might cost 3,000 pesos. In actuality, it might only cost 1,000 or 1,500 pesos because of that gringo pricing. So that being said, the best thing for you to do is for you to go and for you to buy the materials, and you pay them for their labor. And if it's a larger project that's taking a long amount of time to get done, you pay them every Friday, just like you do in the United States, just like you do at any job. I repeat, do not pay up front for anything that you do, because they're gonna unfortunately take advantage of you, and sometimes they don't even finish the project, which was the second time I was about to go to jail. And it really was my brother stopping me
Y'all don't understand.
It really was my brother stopping me from listen, we got a custom grill that we're having made at the restaurant. And so this guy had the nerve, the audacity, and unmitigated gall to take the measurements and give us and he said all this long story like, oh, all the grills around here, I did all the grills and I've been doing this business for such a long time and this and the third. He do gates and all this other stuff. And basically he I feel like, well, I won't say that he stole it because he taught us where to go. Yeah. Like I looked at it as a positive way, you know, you learn from your mistakes. And he taught us where to go to get the materials from. So now we know where to go to get the materials from. But he basically tried to sell us double the price for half of the size. Yeah. And I know he turned around and sold that to somebody else. Yeah, he did. He tried us big time. But I said all of that to say this, that under no circumstances do you ever pay deposits. No, under no circumstances. Ever since I learned that lesson, and I've stuck to my guns. And if it hasn't, and this is something else too, and I do not mean to be upset, make you upset. I'm just giving it to you all the way straight. This is my experience as a black man living in the Dominican Republic, refurbishing, rehabbing, building a restaurant and a business here in the Dominican Republic. If a Dominican won't, a Haitian will. If you look at my background, if you hear the accent and hear the music in the background, half of my construction staff is Haitian. And I would prefer to work with a Haitian than I would a Dominican in some cases because of the price and because of the work ethic. Yeah. So I said all of that to say this. I went through 4 electricians because they were trying to say, well, the place is so big and the project is so big and I don't work for that. I actually got so upset with one guy and I kicked him out of the restaurant. I told him to leave because he said, what did he say, 20,000 pesos was no money?
Yeah.
Well, exactly.
He said like 20, he was like, that's no money. And so I got upset and I said it again in Spanish, and which his eyes bucked because he was like, oh, you speak Spanish. And I was like, I said, let's not disrespect God like that. I said, we just went through a pandemic. I said, tell the single mother that doesn't have any rice that 20,000 pesos is not enough money. I said, so we're not going to disrespect God like that. I said, if you don't want to do it, I'll get somebody else that will. And I said, you know what, thank you for your day. Gracias para dia. And then he was like, oh, and then he ended up calling me back, talking about, so I'll do it for 25. And I said, no, I found somebody to do it for 18. Yeah, and we ended up getting them to do it for 12. Exactly. Mafioso in this building. Mafioso.
And also speak to how we got a Dominican to be the electrician. So it didn't have to be a Haitian.
It didn't have to be a Haitian.
But a Dominican.
A qualified, a good qualified, because this is the thing. Unfortunately here, it's a good thing and a bad. It's a good thing when you can make it be a benefit for yourself, and I'm just gonna be honest. It's a good thing because you have people that are willing to work. It's a good thing because you have people that want to work. It's a bad thing, unfortunately, when it comes to living here and just, my heart goes out to individuals that are in that situation, but some people, not me, but some people are classist towards Haitians.
Yeah.
And just being 100% true, they'll try to pay Haitians less. They'll try to treat them less than, but not me. I'll make sure that all of my people are good and all of my people are together. But because the culture is like that, that creates this atmosphere where you'll find a lot of Haitians that are great at what they do, but don't get a chance to do it much because some people will prefer not to go with the Haitian. I actually had a Dominican to say something like that. Well, like, why would you go with a Haitian? And I'm like, you know I'm African, right? Like, I'm African, you know that, right? I said, you know, the only difference between a Haitian and me is I'm probably circumcised and they got off the boat a little bit before I did. That's the only difference. I said, you know that, right? But so anyway, I said all of that to say that what happens is that it's a good thing when it comes to your workforce because you can find some really good talented people that are willing to work. Not saying for you to exploit them and not saying for you to pay them less than, no, pay them a good fair wage, but know that you have people who are willing to work, that want to work, and they just can't work because unfortunately other people, not you and not us, but other people won't work with them because of some stupid class system. So if you guys understand where I'm coming from, and I'm teaching you on ways to help the Haitian economy as well as to help yourself as an entrepreneur, because this is all about business. We don't do this for our health. We don't do this for free. We don't do this for fun. We do this for pay. You understand what I'm saying? If you understand where I'm coming from, I want you to say, get it. So I'm not saying that you need to exploit Haitians. I'm not saying that you need to try to get cheap labor from them. What I'm saying is that if you're having a hard time paying somebody a good, fair wage for a job, and if a Dominican don't do it, you will always be able to find a talented Haitian that can't wait to do it. All right, I want to make sure I clarify that, because I don't want people thinking, oh, Dean is over there telling people to use new modern day slavery. No, because the pay is good.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that 20,000 pesos, and we got somebody to do it for 12,000.
Exactly.
Because this is one thing the third thing that we came across is everything to us is 30,000 pesos.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what it was.
Man,
it doesn't matter if it was gonna be washing dishes, 30,000 pesos. It'd be cleaning up, 30,000 pesos. When they would quote us on jobs, before us telling them what the budget was, and we would ask them what the quote was, they all wanted 30, and I tried to figure out why.
And that's when we
figured out that's a month's pay for good pay. So they're trying to offer your one job that it might take them a week to do. They were trying to get paid a month's wage off of that one job.
Yeah.
And now that goes from electrician, that goes to painting, that goes to concrete guys, the roof plumbers, oh my gosh, plumbers, roofers, they all did the same thing. And we was like trying to figure it out, why was that the case? And it was because it was when Carlos came on the team and he helped us understand that the average Dominican makes anywhere from 15 to 20,000. Some good pay is 30,000 pesos per month. When you are considered a middle class Dominican, middle class make 30,000 pesos per month. So they were quoting us at that 30,000 peso mark because they were trying to get a month's pay off of us, regardless of what the project was. Now, if you don't know this, because this is the thing, 30,000 pesos for a lot of these jobs is great when it comes to compared to the U.S. Because 30,000 pesos is what, $500, right? Yeah. It's only $500. So, all things being equal, ain't nowhere in the world you gonna get a roof for $30,000 for $500 in the United States. Yeah. For a 3,500 square foot. How much square foot is this restaurant you think?
It's about.
Oh, we in the 4,000.
It's about 3,000 just for that.
Just for the front part, not including the bathrooms and the back part. Yeah. So honestly, just being real, to paint an entire 3,500 square foot place for only $500 is a steal. However, you still have to remember you're here in the Dominican Republic. Yeah. So you have to change your mindset when it comes to that, and you have to pay Dominican wages. Yeah. Don't just accept it because it's good in terms of the United States. Yes. Because you're not doing business in the United States. Definitely. Your dollars and your capital might come from the United States. Your loans and your funding might come from the United States, but your business growth comes here. And so one of my new good friends, and I don't know if I want to call him a mentor yet, I got to see how he feels about it, but the owners of Envy are good friends of ours now. And he had broke it down, and he explained to us, he was like, look, you have to make sure that you run it like you're running it. Even though you doing good in comparison to United States standards, you have to run that business like it's a Dominican business. Even though you're in the U.S., but you still have to look at the numbers like you're running it in the Dominican Republic. And he said that's going to help you. It was like, your first, few deals, you're going to take a L's. You're going to take a loss home. And he said, it is what it is.
Yeah, we learning.
We learning. You know what I'm saying? You're learning. So that being said,
bro, can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
And this is what I'm saying. Dean is being completely transparent, because we don't have to tell y'all none of that.
That's true.
We can let y'all come here and get hit on the head with all this crap. And y'all be like, man, I didn't know it'd be this hard. I know it'd be this difficult. But that's the thing, like, we are learning from trial and error, and we put our necks out so that you all can learn that. Because it's a cultural thing here more so than a financial thing.
Yes.
It's how you treat people and the relationships that you build. And that's another reason why we do pretty good, is because we treat everybody the same way. That's something that we learned in the U.S. growing up the way we grew up. See, people don't know, and they don't really like to talk about it, but we grew up in the hood. And we grew up being marginalized.
I know, because they don't believe me.
No, seriously, like, we grew up where $5,000 was huge, you know. And now that we're in a different realm financially, we don't want to treat other people with a disdain because they're in a situation, because we were there too. We trying to build people up. We trying to build other mafiosos here. So that's the reason why he's being transparent, so you all can see this is a strategy, this is a plan. So we leaving breadcrumbs for everybody to come through. And so I just want to just be honest with y'all. This is true. This ain't no lie. This ain't no joke. Like I'm telling y'all straight up. This is what we're learning for real.
Yeah. And so part of it too is that ATL, that's right, Atlanta. Yoga's in the building. What's up, Yoga?
Okay.
Yoga, ATL is in the
ATL.
building.
Yeah.
So that being said, that's another reason why I decided to do this.
Yeah.
Because it's fun. Entrepreneurship is fun.
Yeah.
Trying something new is fun. Like, it's boring at the top. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get successful and you get complacent. So I said, okay, I want to do something new. I want to do something fun. I see this multi-million-dollar project. Let me jump on it. Let me do it. And at the same time, you're going to come up through adversity. If you right now watching me and there's a project that you want to do, but you are afraid that you're going to fail, I want you to say afraid. Be honest. Because some people are afraid that because they're not the expert at something, or they don't know all the ins and outs, they don't know all the outs and ins, they are afraid of failing, especially in public. They don't try something because they're afraid. If you're watching right now, even if you're watching on the replay, I want you to make a mind-muscle connection with this content, and I want you to participate as if you're watching live, and I want you to say afraid. Write down and be honest. Is there something, like I said, like being an entrepreneur is, I mean not entrepreneur, but being a restaurateur is new for me. So somebody said unafraid. That's what I'm talking about. Who's that? That is, who said that? Timberlake. It says unafraid. That's what I'm talking about, Timberlake. I'm glad that you're unafraid, but there's some people right now that are afraid. They are, man, I'm afraid to step out of my comfort zone. I'm afraid to go take that test, or I'm afraid to be away from my family, or I'm afraid that if I get it, now I have to keep it. Because there's a fear of, man, now that I got the house, I got to pay for it. Now that I got the car, I got to pay for it. So there's that fear. And so I want to encourage you that do it even if you are afraid, because the fear, the courage comes in actually doing it and facing the fear. And so, because some people was like, Dean, if I was you, I would have partnered up with the chicken guy that sell chicken on the street because he could tell you what to do. I was like, no, I don't need to partner up with nobody. I don't need to partner up with that guy, because I have enough courage in myself and I'm gonna do it. You dig what I'm saying? So, like my brother said, we're being transparent and telling you some of the major issues. But if you can't tell, they're issues that we've been able to overcome. There's not been anything that we can't overcome. The only reason why we're not opening during Halloween is because of the last issue that we have, which is out of our control. Customs.
Yo, my God.
That's the last issue that's out of our control. All the construction, if you can tell, all the construction has been done. Everything has been paid for. Everything has been done. The last thing that we are waiting for are for materials to be delivered, because Atlanta lights need to look like, well, that's not true. We're waiting for the sign.
Yeah.
We done been through 3 sign companies.
Yeah.
We done been through 3 sign companies of them wanting to do stuff and not doing stuff, and so we've been through 3 sign companies. We're waiting for the sign, but once the sign is done, my brother and Carlos we got somebody that's gonna finish the grill today. Yeah. So the next thing that we're waiting for, the major things, is just delivery of things coming from the US. Like for instance, we have 7 4K 55-inch Ultra 4K TVs, right? Now let me tell you guys something that's very important. Wait, before I do that, are you guys enjoying this? Is this boring? If you think this is boring, I want you to say it's boring. If you are enjoying this and if you're learning, I want you to say, I'm learning. And I'm not gonna talk until I read y'all comments and you tell me what's up.
Exactly.
Y'all tell me. Y'all dictate the flow of my lines. Okay, so Dragon Smoke says I'm learning. Okay, so Scooter says I'm learning. All right, Jeremiah says I'm learning. Devo Foster says I'm learning. I got a option. What it says? What it says? A gent opting out. Okay, a gent opting out says I'm learning. God bless, bros. Good stuff. Diego's in the building. I'm learning. James says I'm learning. All right, King Samuel says I'm learning. Let's see. T. Clark says I'm learning. Do your thing. Keep going, Doc. I appreciate it. So the Devon says I'm learning. She 979 says I'm learning. Okay, a lot of you guys say you're learning. I appreciate that you guys are learning. All right, Kendrick, that's at Kingdom. G says I'm learning. Detroit says I'm learning. What's up? Detroit is in the building, says I'm learning. Which is Walter Iron is in the building, says I'm learning. Okay, good stuff. You're learning? Good stuff.
I'm learning.
You learning? You stay learning, Mafiosito.
Yeah,
Mafiosito in the building. Mafiosito in Serenio. Yep. I think he ended up saving me 8,000 pesos on one deal.
Yeah.
Mafiosito, I just let him go at it. Mafiosito in the building. All right, so this is one of the biggest things for me. Now, because I am young, fly, flashy, you know what I'm saying? Watches on arms, rings on fingers. You know, my cigars. This is infused with Hennessy. The reason why you don't see the band is because the band is being custom made. Everything about me is just custom. I'm not saying it's to brag or boast. It's just, I am like that. You dig what I'm saying? So I don't just want something nice. I want what I want. You dig what I'm saying? So I want what I want. So that being said, if you follow me on WhatsApp, I did a post. Which chairs do you guys think is better? Oh, we got the custom furniture as well.
Yeah.
That's already in the works. They're waiting on us to finish so they can go ahead and deliver the custom furniture. So I said all of that to say, buying what I want and getting specifically what I want, I have to get it from the United States. Now, when you ship, now this is something that I didn't understand. When you ship anything into the Dominican Republic that costs more than $150, they charge you a luxury tax on. So you remember when y'all playing Monopoly, like I was telling my brother, I feel like we playing real life Monopoly, because there's another deal that we working on, but you know,
Oh man, that one.
that's just
that's too much.
That's just too much. That's demasiado.
Yeah.
Demasiado. But so in real life Monopoly, when you rolling, you making some money based on the property that you have to pay property tax if you pull that property tax card. So whenever you buy anything more than $150 and you ship it into the United States, ship it, whether it's from the United States or China, anywhere, shipping it into the Dominican Republic, you have to pay a luxury tax. And most of the time, luxury tax is 50% of the price of the good. So that means if you find a TV for $500, how much would you have to pay normally for luxury tax if you found it for $500 per TV? So think about, so if you found a TV for $500 and if the luxury tax is normally 50%, what would be the final price of that television? $750, that's right. $750, that's right. Lua was the first person that said $750. Scooter said $250, absolutely. All right, Marcel says always informative, thank you. So that being said, going through customs, they search, they look for you to bring in luxury items. Now, one thing that's cool is that there's something here called IBIS, IBS, right? When you are a business owner and restaurant owner, and if you use, in the United States, there's something that's called an EIN, which is an employee identification number. Here in the Dominican Republic, I don't know the technical term for it. I just know we got this stamp and we got this number. I don't know the name of it right now. My attorney does, and just forgive me. Whenever you purchase something and you use that number, I gave that number, remember that I gave the number to the EPS lady? You remember, I wish I could tell her what it's called. It's the same thing as an EIN, which we have in the United States. But anyway, whenever you purchase something and you use the equivalent of an EIN, I'll make sure that when I post the replay, I'll show you, I'm not gonna show you mine, but I'll show you what the paper looks like. I'll blur out pertinent information and I will tell you what it's called. But when you purchase certain things and you give, and you whether you ship things in or you buy things, it's attached to your number, right? So every single month you get half of that back when you are a business. So when you go to purchase food and other items, you're able to use that as a way to offset your cost. That's one of the legal ways of you to offset your costs. Now the tigre, the two tigre mafioso ways that I'm gonna teach you is a way for you to get instant discount, right? So one way is to go through a international broker. If you're able to go through a shipping broker that has a connect in customs, they go to the same custom person every single time. Your packages come the same amount, the same day, the same way, the same amount of time. So it's beneficial to go with a customs broker when you're shipping things in and you're flying things in. So that's one way to handle it. Is doing it that way, is going through like a broker. So another like the company that I use is EPS, and what EPS does is they have a address for you in Miami, and what they do is they accept your deliveries and accept all of your goods and services, and then every other day they have a boat that leaves from Miami to the DR, and they will forward on site. They will forward inside of your big shipping containers all of your parcels, and then they will not sell, but then they will distribute it. Now, one of the things about that though is this is very important. Hear what I'm saying? You have to show a invoice of how much you paid for the item. So if you're able to get an item that's under $150 on an invoice, you don't have to pay a luxury tax. Everything understood that need to be said. Just so you know, the threshold is $150. So if you're able to get things under $150 per item, then you're fine. Now, because y'all President Donald Trump messed up the mailing system, some stuff has been delayed because some stuff has been held up with being delivered because of customs. So that is the last thing that is that's one of the major issues that we've overcome. That's really out of our control. So that's why we're not opening on Halloween, because there's a lot of you guys that are gonna be here, and you guys have told me, like, Dean, I really want to come and I want to support you, and we are excited about you guys coming and supporting us. But I'm not gonna open the doors until I feel like it is Atlanta Lights ready, like it's E.DeanCole stamp approved, ready to go. And so I feel like we're probably 3 weeks out from that happening, just because as you guys watch this video, we're on the tail end of having everything to be delivered. Because everything's supposed, what's today's date? What's the day?
22nd.
Which is the what?
Thursday.
Thursday? Okay, so everything actually supposed to be, I was actually talking to customs last night, going over invoices. So everything should be here next Wednesday that needs to be delivered, and we'll have everything. And then technically we should be able to open up, but I'm waiting to make sure that we have everything. I want the walls to look like I want them to look. I want the floors to be polished like I want them to be polished. I want the lighting around the trees to be the way that I want them to be. I want everything to be like I want it to be, because you only get one chance to make a first impression as we open our doors. And I'm grateful enough to the people like, oh, you're gonna fail? You've never done a restaurant before? Listen, I jumped on this business deal because it was a great business deal. Quiet as it's kept and loudly as it's heard, this thing could stay closed for 52 months before I even think about taking a loss on this thing. You understand what I'm saying? So I could keep it closed for over 52 months without ever having to worry about taking a loss on the bottom line. So that being said, y'all haters, I'm not gonna, there's no way it's gonna fail. But so I said all of that to say that I'm gonna keep it closed these 3 more weeks to make sure that I'm able to get the impact that I want, that first impression that I want. Because I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I got intimidated when Miami opened up. I was like, oh snap, because Miami opened up hard. When Miami downstairs opened up, man, they was packed out, and people have been chomping at the bit to come up here and to see what's going on with the construction. And when Miami opened their doors and I saw how packed they were, and what's so funny is, when we're doing our construction, Miami was doing little small stuff, painting a little bit of stuff here, painting a little bit there, making sure they were doing things. And the owner of Miami and I have a really, really, really good relationship. And so, mafioso to mafioso. And I said all of that to say, when I saw them and I sat back and looked, I just kind of sat back and looked at the crowd, And I saw how they jumped, and I was like, we can't. I said, I can't be half A. Ain't no half stepping. If I gotta wait an extra 2 more weeks until I have it, like I really want to have it. Like for instance, the last thing that on my list was the bathrooms. My brother had to tell me we got to get the bathrooms to look as good as the outside, because it was just so much in my mind that I was like, oh yeah, we do need to upgrade the bathrooms. And so that's why I like a lot, like for instance, listen, if you're watching this video and you want to interact with me, leave a comment, leave a question. I promise you, whether it be 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, or 4 in the afternoon, I look at all of my comments and all of my messages on YouTube. And I kept saying over and over and over and over again in the comments was like, Dean, you gotta steal. Like, that place was turnkey. That's a turnkey restaurant. It was good. Like, no, yes and no. It was turnkey if you just wanted something mediocre, but it wasn't turnkey in order to be able to give you that. We're gonna have the #1 restaurant and lounge in Puerto Plata, and that's what we're going for. We're going for the #1 restaurant and lounge in all of Puerto Plata, all of the North Coast. So that's what we're going for. We need to have that professionalism, that crispness, and this is another thing too. After we have everything completed in 3 weeks, we're gonna spend like probably 2 weeks just training staff on how to do service the Atlanta way, that Southern hospitality. You're not having to wait 45 minutes before you can get some ice. You understand what I'm saying? So, or get something, or get limes or something. So being able to teach the staff to do what they need to do. But so I said all of that to say this. Yes, I've come across some small, even though I did some clickbait and I said major obstacles, they're small. When you start something new, it's not going to be easy, but guess what? If you have it in your heart and you feel like you're doing what God has called you to do, then you have the ability to overcome every single obstacle you face. Nothing is impossible to those who believe, and you have to believe in your heart that everything you need to be successful, you already have inside you. You either need somebody to help bring it out of you, or you need a situation to help motivate it out of you. But greatness is inside of you, and you can overcome every obstacle. So I said all of that to say this. Yeah, we've had some small obstacles, but nothing major. And I wanted to be transparent as somebody that's, quote unquote, according to everybody else, so successful and that I'm supposed to know everything, is that no, it's okay to do stuff that you don't know. It's okay to learn on the job and learn on the fly. And it's okay to get it wrong and to make a mistake. Like one of my contractors, one of my top contractors, I cussed him out for talking to Carlos the wrong way. And I had to go back and apologize to him. So because he had a bad day, I had a bad day. And I had to say, you know what? Man to man, mafioso, the businessman to businessman. You know, I apologize. Can we continue to work together? He said, you know what? Yeah, you pay me. We have no problem. Trato, darling. Everything's a deal. Let's go. So that being said, you have to be man or woman enough to get out of your comfort zone to get to the level that you want to get to. And that's just me. Ambitious man talking to you guys about my journey so far. And like I said, if you watch this again, I'm going to bring a lot of B-roll showing a lot of the trials and tribulations on video that I'm expressing and I'm talking about. But I did want to do a live Q&A because it has been 4 weeks since I dropped the video, and a lot of you guys have been asking what's going on. And also because you guys really wanted us to be open for Halloween, but I'm not going to be open for Halloween because I want it to be done the right way. So I'm going to answer 10 questions. Now, if you want to make sure your question is asked, give me a super chat. Not because I need the money, just because there's close to a few hundred people in here, and your super chat will highlight your question. So I'm answering 10 questions. So it's going to be the first 10 I see, whether it be a super chat or just a regular question. So let's see what you guys say. So to answer the first super chats, let's see what was the first super chat was. All right, so Trucker Brown is in the building. What's up, TD? Says you're going to get it back. Inside joke. Okay. Okay, man, I got you, TD. Okay, that was an inside joke with that one. Okay, that's good stuff. All right, you want to do a party there? Okay, Yoga, you want to do a party here? Then let's talk about it, and let's set it up when you're coming back to the DR, man. Definitely love to have you have a party over here. Okay, so what are some of the dishes on the menu? That's a very good question. The war of SJWs. So we're doing a lot of fun party foods. This restaurant is not frou-frou. Even though it's gonna look really nice, it is a restaurant and cigar lounge. And we're gonna have cigars on the menu, hookah on the menu, every single liquor you can think about. We have every single liquor and beer distributor that you can think of. We're gonna have Atlanta style wings, which is real wings, which is hot lemon pepper, hot chino, barbecue wings. We have an open grill, so we're having barbecue chicken, barbecue beef. We're having hamburgers, hot dogs, fun party food. So it's a little bit above fast food. So it's a little bit above fast food because the food is gonna be quick. So we're not doing a lot of sit down stuff. You know, we are gonna have some of Dean's delicious custom steaks. Some of my delicious steaks, because you guys will not let me live that down. So we're gonna have some, but starting out, we're gonna have a smaller menu of things that are fun. Like if you guys can hear Miami right now, and I don't know, can you all hear Miami? Can you hear that music? If you can hear it, I want you to say, can hear. Yeah, let me know if you can hear it or not. If you can hear it, I want you to say, can hear. If you don't hear it, I want you to say, don't hear it. Okay, you can hear it. So Dragon Smoke says you can hear it. Okay, all right, you can hear it. Okay, so we're having fun, you know what I'm saying? We divertido, we live, we having a good time. So that type of music is the type of food we're gonna serve to. So it's gonna be a lot of fun, drunk food, burritos, tacos, like, not tacos, but burritos, quick fast food that you give it a get, sit down and eat, but it's more of a vibe, an atmosphere, and then really enjoying yourself. That's what it's all about. Okay, so MXH Consultation says, congratulations on you and your brother are leading by example. I appreciate it. You're very, very welcome, MXH. I appreciate you and your support. Okay, so Diego L says, can I get startup business funding without personal guarantee? Is the Dominican Republic and also the United States, how long does that take to start up? Currently looking for an apartment in the Dominican Republic. Yes. So to answer your question, yes, you are able to build business credit that's 100% separate from personal credit. It takes longer to do so. So if you build business credit that is attached to your personal credit, it'll take you roughly around 60 to 90 days. If you build business credit that's separate from your personal credit, it's gonna take you anywhere from 6 to 12 months to do so. Depending on, the reason why I'm saying 6 to 12 months is because you mentioned being in the DR. So if you're just in the United States of America, it'll take you anywhere from 90 days to, it'll take you anywhere from 3 to 5 months if you're just in the US. But because you asked that question about being in the DR as well, it's gonna take you anywhere from 6 to 12 months. But to answer your question, yes, you are able to do so. And I have an online course. If you look at the links below, that will take you to all of my online courses that teach you step-by-step, walk you step-by-step through the process of building business credit that's 100% separate from your personal credit. So how many questions is that so far?
I think it's 3 or 4.
4? Okay, so I got 6 more questions. Have I heard of the turkey leg hut out of Houston? No, I've not heard of the turkey leg hut out of Houston. They're doing a whole bunch of nice custom turkey legs. That sound all right. Sound inventive. No, I have not heard of them before. Let's see if I can see some more of your questions. When am I coming back to the ATL, Brandon? I'll be in the US for Thanksgiving, but it's gonna be a minute before I come back to the ATL. My baby's gonna come and visit me before I go to visit her. So like, I'm home, man. I love the Dominican Republic. If I don't ever have to leave, I won't. Like, I'm here. I'm home. Like, I love it. Like, I did a post on Facebook the other day saying I'm so grateful that I no longer live in the United States of America. All right, is it cheap to live in the DR? AA, yes and no. It depends. Yeah. There's a big gap. You can either live very good for cheap, or you can live extremely well for moderate compared to the US. So to answer your question, yes. So let me give you an example. We were looking at apartments and we saw a nice 3-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom. And for most people, they like that. And you can find that for $350 US. So it was around 20,000 pesos, which was equivalent to around $350. And yeah, $350. was like 20,000 pesos, yeah. So most people can't find a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom that's very nice like that with air conditioning in a nice area that's not in the hood, depending on what part of the world you're from. So to answer your question, yes, you can live very cheaply here, or you can live above. Like say if you are able to create a U.S. income, and let's say you're used to paying $1,000 or $1,500, you can live like a multi-millionaire at that rate, or a billionaire at that rate. Like I saw a house yesterday that was incredible on the outside, but I mean it was nice. It was nice. In comparison, it was nice. It was really, really nice. It was 3 levels, had a pool, had an ocean view, had a custom bar. It was amazing. And it's the price of the average 2-bedroom apartment right now in Atlanta. It's not better than what I have because I was, thinking about making my next move my best move, but it wasn't good enough to make me feel like I wanted to make that conversion, you dig? So I said all of that to say, yes, to answer your question, yes. So depending on what your level of income is here in the Dominican Republic, if you're able to create a first world income in a third world country, then yes, you can feel like Drake or Oprah, whether you're a guy or a girl. It depends on what you want. All right, let's see.
But also tell them you gotta be ready for the gringo prices.
But you also have to be ready for the gringo prices, or to learn how to be mafioso.
Yeah.
If you're gonna have to learn how to negotiate and speak Spanish, or get an assistant, but most importantly, yes, learn. You want to learn. You really want to learn. You really, really, really want to learn. With one of the attorneys.
Maybe we have a
because we got a
separate
couple. We're gonna have to
class
have a separate. Yeah, we're gonna have to. Like we're actually in the process of creating a online course that's called the EXPAT Entrepreneur.
Yeah.
That teaches you step by step how to move outside of the United States of America and create first world income in a third world country. And we actually teach you developing country. We teach you step by step how to do so. So we're actually creating an online course. If that's something that you would like to learn, I want you to say, I want in. 3 words, I want in. Even if you're watching this on the replay, I want you to do make a mind muscle connection and participate with me as if you're watching live, but also it's gonna let me know how serious you guys are. Because I'm not gonna take my time away from my 4 businesses that I'm running to create this course if nobody wants it. But if the demand is there, I will create it. So if you want to learn, I want you to say, I want in. So it's gonna teach you how to live either in the Dominican Republic, how to live in Colombia, how to live in the Philippines, how to live in all of the Caribbean, teach you how to live in some of the most desirable developing countries, and create a business that will pay you first world income. So if you want in, let me know, and if I have enough of that, of interest, then I will make sure I create that course and make it available for you guys. But like I said, if you guys don't want it, if it's not something you guys want, I'm not going to pull away from everything that I got going in order to do so. But all right, guys, I got to get ready to go to Santiago, and I have a very beautiful, gorgeous Dominican woman that's upset with me right now. She is upset with me that I just listen to me. And she is so gorgeous, so beautiful. Escucha, man. So I have to make sure she is okay before I go to Santiago. And if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, y'all see me dancing, who I've been dancing with. Y'all, no face, no case. Yeah. But y'all know. If y'all know, I want you to give me LOLs, laughing faces. But I gotta run to Santiago because, like I said, I gotta go to the factory to pick up some stuff, and also somebody gotta fly out. But I have to make sure she's okay before I go to Santiago. Escucha, man. Yeah. But listen. The only person stopping you from being successful is you. If you don't know it, you can learn it. If you don't have the character to be successful, you can develop it. If you don't have a mentor, you've met him, I will be your mentor. The only person stopping you from being successful is you. Go get him. Success is waiting for you.